All right, what's up, everybody? We are live. OMFL Bowl number 95. We are having some technical difficulties, but we're going to get it all figured out. We're going to get right to the game, so let's get over there. We got this season 95, Penguins and the Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions and Trey. So friend versus friend. Let's get over there and watch some football. That's not what we wanted. Now that is what we wanted. We should be good to go now. This should be a fun game. We are scrambling because it's super late at night, and as always, it gives us a lot of technical issues just because we want it to go live and and have a nice, good, clean stream. That's the way this thing works sometimes. So this should be fun. It should be a good game. I think that we should have sound. Let me double check the sound. Nope. We're going to turn the sound on because you got to have sound. Hopefully we will have sound. Hopefully everything will work the way that we are, fingers crossed, hoping that it should work. Trey has really had an outstanding season so far. Matter of fact, let's get over. Oh, no. Okay, hold on 1 second, friends. We're going to bring it right back up. We got to get the messages back up. Few messages. You got to go through the back end, and this isn't fun. And it's going to take us a second to get the game back up, but I promise you the game is coming right back up. This is the way that you have to now do it through PlayStation, and it sucks. Nope. Come on. We're going to get over there in a second. Come on. There we go. Got to the opening kickoff. We should be going. Here we go. Trey. We don't have any sound. I don't know why that we don't have any sound. We should be having sound from this game. What's up, Brady? I'm glad that you were able to join me, buddy. We got my buddy Brady here with us with the Jacksonville Jaguars Super Bowl number 95, Trey versus the Penguins in Kansas City. Do you see this one coming?
Not really, but I'm happy to see that Trey got into the game, and looks like while you get everything situated, Worthington just completed looks like a good little 15-yard pass. Not sure who that was, out to Galladay right off the top. So it looks like the Chiefs deferred to the second half, and there's a lot of X factors and superstars on the field right now. I'm not sure if
Oh
you
my
can see that.
goodness. Yeah, these two teams are absolutely loaded with talent on both sides of the ball. I don't know why we don't have sound. I mean, the sound is turned on. It's a weird thing. So we're still figuring out how to do this on PlayStation 5. Again, I'm having to go, quote unquote, through the back door to get Twitch to come up. Because if I play it through my computer, it's just too choppy. And it was just too bad last OMFL Bowl. So I'm expecting a good one. You know, Trey is known for his defense. Penguins, of course, is known for his defense, but also his offense. I think there was, 60 combined points in OMFL Bowl number 94. I think we're going to have another high-scoring game. What a grab by Hawkinson. That one was right over the top. Could have easily been picked, but Hawkinson goes up and makes a massive play for the Detroit Lions. Worthington. Now, here's a guy drafted by the Green Bay Packers, bought over as an import, shipped to New England, throws a zillion interceptions, comes over to Detroit, and now has his team in the OMFL Bowl. What kind of quarterback is this guy?
Man, he is one that definitely got away. I was impatient and in a hurry to get a quarterback. Didn't want to wait until the trade deadline when he was shipped to Detroit, or shipped from Green Bay to New England initially, and I missed out on him. But it looks like we just got a good little stop there just a second ago.
Yeah,
for a
Swift
loss
stopped
of
in the
1 yard.
back, and then Worthington throws in a tight little window there that gets kind of knocked away. Sets up the first third down of the game. You're watching OMFL Bowl number 95, which is hard to believe. 95 seasons already, but this is the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs have now been there, I think, 3 or 4. Is this 4 in a row?
I would say this is four in a row.
I think Worthington's looking for the out route here. Yeah, he's going to the out route. Nice little catch there for the grab. Worthington to number, is that Hockerson again?
So Hockerson again, yeah.
2 passes in the first drive going to Hockerson. We do have a rule that had to be put in place that tight ends and receivers and fullbacks can only get 50% of your pass plays. So it looked like he's burning these early. Worthington to Swift. Listen. Ooh, nice little run there from Swift. He kind of looked like he was going to get shut in the background.
Yeah, it looks like a nice little 5-yard game right there for Swift.
So again, thanks for tuning in to OMFL Bowl number 95. There is no sound, and we apologize for that. We should have sound. Again, we have to figure out how to get the sound back, but you're watching the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. We got 2nd and 5 for Worthington at the 17-yard line. It's going to go to oh no, that's number 33. I don't even know who 33 is. Oh, Johnson, right up the middle for a nice gain. It's going to set up 3rd and inches from the 12-yard line. Are you stacking the box here? Are you coming after him and daring him to throw it?
You can do that all you want to, but inches, I mean, most good backs will still get inches. I would definitely go for a run here, though, and listen. And he doesn't do. He got the animation.
Through. That's right. He squeezes through just barely. So he picks up a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 11, or 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. He can't get a first down without a touchdown. 2 tight ends set. Worthington back to pass. He's got time. Oh, he's squeezing it in another tight window. Number 32 for Kansas City right there. Could have made a play.
Man. Yeah, the DB didn't react on that play right there. And we get us a 2nd and 3 here.
Who has more pressure, in your opinion? Is it Detroit or Kansas City?
I still think it's Detroit because, Kansas City has gotten here before. And a
fumble. It's going to be recovered by Detroit for 1st and goal on the 1. Lucky for them. So you were saying it's Detroit that's carrying the most pressure.
Yeah, that might get overturned, and it might be 3rd and inches.
Oh, no, they're not even going to be challenging it. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the 1.
That's a first.
Center. 3 tight ends, handoff right up the middle. No, it's a play action. He's got a man, the fullback, off to the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. They're going to put up the first points of OMFL Bowl number 95. So you're saying Detroit's got the most pressure. Is this good for them to come out and score 7 on the first drive of the game?
Oh, hands down, because now the ball's in the Chiefs, Chiefs court, so to speak, and now the Chiefs are going to have to answer. But I mean, there's still a lot of game left to play. I mean,
is this game in Detroit? This looks like Detroit Stadium. Am I wrong on that? Okay, it looks like Detroit Stadium, doesn't it? U.S. Bank Stadium. Look that up. Where's U.S. Bank Stadium?
U.S. Bank Stadium.
If you're Kansas City, though, I think I'm a little frustrated. In the first drive, you've got 4 passes to either tight ends or fullbacks. And, I'm a little frustrated by that, especially if you're Kansas City, who took the brunt of the feedback on that rule. Saquon Barkley with a nice 12-yard gain off to the right side.
Big run.
I'm playing angry if I'm Penguins, which is probably not good for me, but good for Penguins. This team is loaded with talent on the offensive side of the ball. Mahomes back to pass. He's got time. Oh, he's starting to break down from the left side. He's going to have to get it out of there. He does. Is that going to be intentional grounding? No flag. That looked like that was really close to an intentional grounding. Nice pressure coming off from Detroit off the left side. Did you find out where U.S. Bank Stadium is?
Man, it's actually saying in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Really? This is the Bengals Stadium? I would have never guessed that in a million years.
No, I would have never either.
Nice pass over to Kelsey, right over the linebacker. Mahomes picks up a gain of 22.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice little pass, and it looks like it looks like both coaches here are giving each other a little dose of their own medicine. Looks like the
Ooh,
Titans.
Saquon with a nice break. He's going to score 10-5 touchdown. Saquon
Oh
Barkley
yeah,
and the
that's
Kansas
money.
City
Oh,
Chiefs.
that's money.
He made a nice cut to the left side, but then that juke move
Mhm.
just breaks it wide open. So Kansas City with a nice answer there. When you're Detroit and you have these superstars on defense, you've been known for these linebackers and safeties that you've drafted. They've won Defensive Rookies of the Year. 4 plays. Kansas City goes down, puts up 7. Are you starting to feel some beads of sweat on the brow?
Nah, if I'm Detroit, I would stay pretty cool. Especially when it's friend versus friend. You've both played each other countless times before. Um, so, you taking each other's initial punch. Um, but let's see what we get on this first play from Worthington, though.
Smash is saying this is Minnesota. Oh, another big pass. Ooh, and he gets a shoestring tackle
Oh,
from
yeah.
Matthew. I don't know why I struggle with that name. The guy's from LSU from New Orleans. Jesus, spit it out, Nate. But Galladay with a nice pass there. Smash is saying that this is Minnesota's stadium, which makes much more sense.
Okay, yeah, no, I just put in U.S. Bank, and the first thing that popped up on me was Cincinnati. So, yeah, I could be wrong.
A little pressure there off the
Nice,
left
oh, a little
side. And
dump
Worthington,
underneath.
yeah, going back to a tight end though. And so 7 passes, I think 5 have went to tight ends or fullbacks. This is why that rule got put in place. I'm a little frustrated if I'm Penguins. 1st and 10 from the 42. Nice little run off from Swift. 2nd and 8. I apologize, not 1st and 10. We've got an injury.
Ooh.
Ragnu, that's going to be a big injury. We know that injuries from offensive line happen a lot here. Hopefully he's not going to be out a long time for Detroit.
And speaking of injuries, it looked like during the so-called pre-show, Trey, went live, and I noticed he actually got a couple players back. So let's see who we go to here.
Oh, and he throws a pick as he's throwing out of a sack. It's picked off by Kansas City. He's at the 50, the
Uh-oh.
45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 50. He's going to
Oh man, he's
score.
not looking back.
Touchdown,
He's not
Kansas
looking back.
City.
Oh,
Ragnu
uh-oh.
looks to be hurt big time. Kansas City with the pick 6. He had Shark right up the seam. He was late seeing Shark come open. He gets hit. He throws out of the sack. And if you throw out a sack in this game, it's going to make you pay. And Kansas City with a big pick 6. Now we've seen a couple shifts in momentum. Detroit comes down, puts up 7. Kansas City answers right back with 7. Then Detroit gets a nice drive going, but Kansas City gets the pick 6. I mean, the momentum in this game is shifting left and right.
Yeah, it's definitely shifting back in favor of, what I like to call the money team. Back in the good old OMFL news days, I didn't give Penguins any love initially, but yeah, I think I woke up the giant. And
Ooh, Johnson's
yeah,
got a
he's
nice
gonna
hole
take.
off to the left side. He's going to pick up about
Oh
11 for
come
the
on, he's got
first
to make.
down.
Oh come on, get that. Nice, nice little opening there on that left side, and was able to get him a nice little first down there.
You're watching
I like.
OMFL Bowl number 95. Thank you for tuning in. I got my boy Brady with me of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the OMFL News. Haven't had that in a while just because he's in basketball season, so it's really hard.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you tuning in. We apologize for no sound from the actual game. We don't know why. There should be sound, but there isn't, and we got to keep working on that. Ooh, a nice pass to the right side, but broken up by Kansas City.
Yeah,
Brady
incomplete
coming into
pass.
this game, it seemed like the strength, two strengths of both of these teams against each other. It also seemed like two friends who knew each other really well after the first
Oh
quarter,
yeah.
which is coming to an end here. Who's controlling this game? I mean, it's easy to say Kansas City with the lead, but who do you feel like has the pressure shifted?
Yeah, I mean, right now, like I said before, with it just being the first quarter, um, all the pressure, in essence, was on, uh, you know, on Detroit, and and you could see it really, really showing right now as this quarter comes to an end. We just got Landry just picked up a nice little tackle on a short pass
And
from
Worthington having to throw out of a sack again. That's a couple times
again.
early
Yes,
in this
yeah,
quarter.
yeah,
Oh, he's
yeah.
got
He's starting to get
Johnson
some.
right out of the backfield with a big gain and a first down
Ooh,
from Swift.
huge. But a lot of drop, a lot of underneath fullback, halfback, tight end, um, you know, throws right now, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a debate
Yeah, I mean, it's
as
going to
the
be a
game
topic of
goes on.
discussion,
Yeah, for sure.
as it should
But
be. I
at
mean, in the
but
first quarter, when most of 75% of your passes go to 9 wide receivers, I'd be a little frustrated myself.
but hey, just real quick, at the end of the first quarter, 14-7 in favor of Kansas City. It looks like at the start of the a big sack at the
Yeah,
start of
Jones
the
right up
second
the middle.
quarter. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, so far so good. But yeah, right now the pressure has slowly shifted to Detroit. But again, like I said, man, that friend versus friend factor kicks in, and I'm pretty sure both players will go on their necessary runs to
Get a
make
screen
this
call
a
here to
competitive
Swift.
game.
He's got it set up really nice. Oh, but number
Oh,
22 makes a nice
oh, come
tackle
on.
there. If he goes
Oh,
back
big
inside, he might
tackle.
score on there. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5 from the 26. 9:15 left to go in the second quarter. Kansas City up 14-7. You're watching OMFL Bowl number 95 with my guy Brady from the Jacksonville Jaguars and the OMFL News. I am your commish, the founder, OMFL Nate. I appreciate you tuning in and watching today's game. We apologize for no sound, but at least it's not as choppy. Another big sack from Kansas City coming off the left side. Kansas City getting a
We
lot of pressure on this Detroit offensive line.
Yeah,
Oh no,
and
he's
the
gonna miss
fact that
this.
uh, and the fact that he dropped back almost. Oh yeah, definitely. He didn't
Right
put no
off the
power on this.
bar. And that's going to lead to Kansas City getting the ball at the 42-yard line, up 14-7. This one can spiral out of control for Detroit. You can't miss that kick. That's too easy.
All right, well, the biggest reason why he missed that kick, dropping back 9 yards, dropping back 9 yards on that play was a hindrance, and we got Saquon Barkley up the middle for his third rush of the game,
It's going
but
to
he
set up
hasn't done
2nd and
too much
4 from the
passing.
48. So you're right. You haven't seen a lot of passing from Kansas City. He's sending a blitz. He's got Kelsey, though, off to the left side. Oh, he trucks him through a
Oh,
defender there. He picks up the first
uh-oh,
down at the
uh-oh, ooh.
35-yard line. Big pass to Kelsey.
Yeah, big pass to Kelsey, but man, right now, I mean, I think Galladay is the only receiver
That also
that's
looked
got.
like that nano blitz detection picked up for Detroit because they were sending a lot of guys and the guys just stopped at the offensive line, like at the line of scrimmage for just no reason.
Mm.
That's one of those things in Madden. I understand why it's there, but boy, it sure is a hindrance at times. Nice
Oh yeah.
play there for Detroit. It's going to set up a 2nd and 8 from the 34. 6:42 left to go in the second quarter. Mahomes
Let's
back to pass.
see.
It looks like he's got a screen. Saquon somehow gets out of the pile. He user jukes his way
Oh,
to an extra 5 yards to set up 1st and 10 from the 17. Mahomes starting out hot, 3 of 4 for 56 yards, but it also looks like he's giving Detroit a little taste of his own medicine. I think 2 or 3 of I think all 3 completions are either to running backs or tight ends.
tight ends. Yeah, yeah. And hopefully the guys rein it in, but you know, uh, unfortunately, you're getting it dished out to you.
Yeah, and we got another
And
completion
then
to a
another
fullback.
completion.
So a
Back.
little disappointed in the fellas. Can't lie. I mean, we're almost halfway through the first half, and 85% of the passes have been to tight ends and fullbacks. This is a problem. This is why the rule had to get in there. It looked like Detroit
You-
kind of get some cheap pressure there with their X factor defensive line. God, I wish the board would let me ban that. That's so cheap. There's no skill. I don't care what anybody says. There's no skill in just users swimming to the inside and getting some cheap pressure. Here's Kansas City. Barkley off the left side is going to pick up the first down on a 3rd and 2. Barkley having a
Oh, nice
great
little,
game
nice
this
little
season.
second effort.
Yeah,
Nice little
Barkley's having
second
a nice
effort.
game here.
Now the previous play, it looks like Hill actually got in on some action on a nice little 4-yard slant. But like you said, first and goal here after Barkley was able to second effort, push and get across the line. But first and
What a
goal at the
pass
5.
from Mahomes. That was
Boom, there it is.
quick. Hill gets right behind the defenders. Mahomes with a two-step drop back touchdown. Detroit. They're going to go up
Yeah.
21-7. Ooh, Detroit almost gets to the extra point, but they don't get it. It's
Ooh,
21-7.
close.
Kansas City's up and in full control of this game.
Yeah, that was an 8-play, 58-yard drive. I want to say that took about almost a good 3-4 minutes off the clock. And here at 4:27, Detroit is scrambling a little bit.
So now
Detroit is
I've
scrambling.
had this debate with some old timers plenty of times, but if you're playing this game, if you're on one of these teams, do you realize that most of your passes on both sides have went either to a fullback, or tight end, or a running back?
Oh, you know what you're doing.
Of
Like,
course you do.
I mean, come on. I mean, you know what you're doing. You know who you've thrown to. Um, and there's always going to be that excuse. Oh, well, well, I didn't have time in the pocket.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to make the effort though. You still have to make the effort.
It's
So
going to set up a 2nd and 9 from the 23 for Detroit. Looks like we're going to get a run of Swift off to the left. It's blocked up really nice. Nice cut from Swift. Boy, he was one tackle away from breaking that. Good
oh
play
yeah,
by
that was gone.
Landry. So Detroit trying to answer back. They throw the pick 6 after the nice opening touchdown. They miss the field goal, but their defense has not had any answers for Kansas City. It looks like Kansas City's
Yeah,
going to bring some pressure here.
yeah, they got a nice little shift here. Ooh, if he would have hiked it, somebody was open.
Galloway right there
Launch.
Galladay over to the left side with a slant. It's going to pick up 8.
Yeah.
It's going to set up a 2nd and 2. It says 5 receptions from Galladay. Did we miss all 3 of the other ones? My goodness.
No. He had some early ones. He had some earlier ones. It was one here or there, but for the most part, it still was heavy. Tight end, fullback, running back, so.
This play here
But I mean,
is one of my favorite ones in the playbook. You put a lot of pressure on the defense with this play. Nice little play from Shark. He holds onto the ball with a hit stick.
Ooh.
And do you miss Shark? Do you miss those playmaking abilities?
Man, to be honest with you, when it comes to superstar wide receivers, unless I have like an amazing quarterback, like a superstar, like a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, someone like that, like big time receivers, man, you can't really get them going. And I'm not really a pass heavy guy, so they're a waste on my roster. I mean, yes, it's good to have one or two, studs, but when they're not being used, I had to try and get something. And
Worthington, you're going deep to Hawkinson 101.
Oh,
he
right there.
comes down with a throw. You got to make that play. Great play for them. I
That's
hate
a
to
great
interrupt
play.
you. In the chat, Lions are saying Maniac and his Panthers are saying the Lions are in trouble if they don't score. Then the Packers chime in saying game over. And this game is far from over, but looks like a little shot there in the NFC Central.
Yeah, man, he does need to score here, though.
Oh, nice play there
points.
for Galladay with the touchdown. Boy, he got right on the inside. The pressure did not get there. Worthington had plenty of time, and nice touchdown to bring this one to a 7-point game, 21-14. They needed that one. Priest, I'd love to see you in the chat. Let us know if you're missing Worthington. I mean, you shipped him out of the NFC to not only have him come back to the NFC, but come back to your own division.
That is kind of funny. I mean, that is funny that happened. But a minute and 21. So what's your prediction? You think we getting ready to get a quick score from the Chiefs, or do you think that the Lions are hold going into the half?
I do. Detroit's going to need a hold some way, somehow. But I just think that Kansas City's offense is just too powerful. I mean, we've seen what they did last year against the Giants and that defense, and I don't think that
Uh-oh.
this Detroit
We
Lion
got
defense is
we
nearly
got a
as
shot
good
to.
as the Giants. Nice little
So
pickup there.
Mahomes gets the pass out to Dane for his first catch for 13 yards, setting up a first down at the 38. Looks like
Mahomes
we're going
starting
with a
out
little pistol
7
action.
of 8 already. 1st and 10 from the 38. He's got plenty of time. Keeps going back. He's going to hit Saquon out of the
Somebody
backfield.
better watch
Oh, a
D.
nice juke, a missed tackle, and this one's going to get down inside the 40-yard line to the 38-yard line. Saquon is quick on that juke.
Yeah, flipped the field. Was at the 38 and flipped it to the other 38. I mean, that was a nice little play, but yet again another halfback. But I mean, hey.
Little pressure from the right side. Mahomes going to escape it. He's going to run with this one. He's at the 30. Ooh, he's not going to slide. He's going to get down to the 30-yard line. I thought he got to the 28.
That was critical.
That he's down to the 30-yard line. All timeouts for both teams. 2nd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Are you taking a couple of shots here?
If I had that quarterback and them wide receivers, heck, yeah.
As a defensive guy, are you bringing pressure or are you playing coverage? Mahomes in the backfield by himself.
I would bring some pressure, but I would make sure that I'm user in one of those safeties.
Oh, and Detroit drops an interception. He was there for the play, and he could not make it. Hill got behind the cornerback. The safety comes over and drops an easy pick right in his hands.
But I'll tell you right now, it looked like that hike was a little bit quick. It looked like it was a little bit quick because it looked like the Lions was trying to get set up to do just that, possibly control one of them safeties, and that might have been user if he had some time. But here we go, 3rd and 2, Mahomes.
Another pass to a running back. I mean, I don't want to harp on FPR because guys go back and rewatch this and they get real salty with me, but. You know, just overall, because I know I got a lot of OMFL guys watching this. We got to be better. We have to get the ball to receivers more often. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, and I get it. It's been on both sides. It started with Detroit, so let's be fair about that too. Mahomes has got plenty of time. He keeps backing up. A nice little bat down though from Detroit. And Maniac, I hate those types of jukes. I hate that we rely on the juke a little too much, but. You know, what are you going to do? As long as it ain't every single play, I guess. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
My stance on the juking is I'd rather it be that to change direction versus someone just wiggle sticking. I can't stand it.
In the new Madden, though, you're going to see all of that go away. I really think it. The new, like the Madden on PlayStation 5, it just plays so much different when it comes to player movement. The player movement is outstanding. It's going to be a big 3rd and 2 from the 16-yard line. 20 seconds. Mahomes back to pass. He's got time. He's got Kelsey for the first down. Kelsey's going to get it down to about the 13-yard line. He's going to take his last time out. It's going to set up 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
I'll take a
13 seconds left to go.
I would take a shot. I would take a shot again to Hill.
Yeah, you can't run the ball here.
Oh, I would take a quick shot to Hill on a quick pass.
Oh, he's got pressure off him. Mahomes is going to go down, and he might run out of time here.
Oh, he's going to run out of time.
Yeah, he's going to try to get a playoff. I don't know if he's going to. No, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So give me your quick impressions. We don't get a halftime show. Give me your quick impressions of the first half of OMFL Bowl number 95.
I mean, you know, it's definitely a good contest. I will say this, that stop at the half, you know, kind of stymies the momentum for the moment. But, hey, the Chiefs get the ball right back right now here at the start of the 3rd.
Yeah, it's going to be Kansas City. It's going to be Hill. He's going to get up to the 30-yard line.
Ooh. Yeah,
I see that Hill's not an X factor. I guess he lost his X factor. It's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 30. He's got 2 tight ends. Mahomes under center. Number 25, I think that's going to be the LSU kid in the backfield. Ooh, he's going to take a inside, bounce it to the outside. Oh, Homer, I guess he's a rookie. Bounce it to the outside. It's going to give him a nice gain of 8 to set up 2nd and 2 from the 38. You're watching the second half of OMFL Bowl number 95.
Yeah.
We do
Second and two. Third.
apologize for
Yeah.
no sound. That's something I got to get figured out. Not sure why it's not giving us sound. We should have sound. Should be
Pistol
plenty of sound in
formation
this one.
here.
Oh,
This
Mahomes
might
going to
be.
Kelsey. A nice one-handed grab. Kelsey comes down with it with a big one-handed grab. And again, we're seeing the tight ends in this game, two all
Man,
pros, right? Taking over this game.
going at it. He's got 4 catches, 65 yards already on the day.
Ooh, a nice little wiggle there, a little left to right for a hole that opened up briefly, and that bounces it right back out. I know that's something that you're not a big fan of. I don't hate it nearly as much as I hate some of this other stuff. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Saquon's just taking this game over. He is just running through tackles, 7 rushes for 84 yards and a touchdown to set up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, this is my kind of ball right here. And he looks like he's on fire. He's lit up too. So they better get a body
nice
on him,
little
get a
pass
hand
to
on
the
him.
outside. Walters
Boom.
with his first reception of the
There we
game.
go.
Walters is a very underutilized weapon so far this bowl game. And we're talking about a top 5 receiver in this league.
Man, he's got way too many weapons to be throwing to the tight ends.
Yeah, Mahomes back to pass.
Just saying.
He's got time. He's breaking down on the left side. He's going to hit Barkley, though, right up the middle. Barkley, the first tackle is not taking Barkley down. Mahomes now 13 of 16 for, I think, 169 yards.
Yeah, 252 total on the game so far, 150 passing. But 2nd and inches at the 6-yard line. 7 minutes to go in the game.
The most famous OMFL formation.
Oh, he's
Barkley's
running this.
Going to get an easy walk-in touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's going to put them up 27-14. And this offense might be completely unstoppable. I know that the Giants did it last year, but they took some would say a cheating play. It took a weird play that definitely was not against our rules, but look, you got to give it to the Giants. They still came out that win. It got sloppy at the end, but they came out with it. Detroit's going to need a play, man. They're going to need something on defense because right now Kansas City's offense is just having their way.
Yeah, if they keep trading scores, it's not going to be, it's not going to, fall out there in Detroit's favor if they continue to just keep trading touchdowns. So
Guys,
they need a touchdown, and then they got to get a good stop.
Worthington's got pressure off the left side. Boy, he gets it. Ooh, a big hit stick. Galladay held onto it, though. Big pass, big hit, big catch, man. All good plays all around. I promise you, though, the wiggle will be gone in the next Madden if we are able to move on. If we're not able to move to the new console, I got to be honest, I will probably retire. I don't think I can play this Madden on PlayStation 4 version another year. PlayStation 5 version's so much fun. I actually play it offline, and I can't tell you the last time I played a Madden game offline. Swift is going to go to the left side. Boy, he had a hole there. He kind of kept it a little too inside. That kind of hurt him, but he's going to set up a 2nd and 3 from the 41-yard line. If you're Detroit, let me phrase it this way, because you're such a defensive guy. If you're Kansas City, how are you trying to put the foot on the throat and squash this one out early?
Use some of those X factors and get to the quarterback on passing plays and cut off his middle
Hockerson
of the
with
field.
a big grab down to the 15. Hockerson on that seam route has been deadly. Hockerson's got to have, 6, 7, 8 catches now?
Yeah, he's up there.
Oh, no, he's only got 4. Jeez, I guess it just feels like so many more. 4 receptions, but 117 yards.
Boy, balling, man. He balling. Mama, there go that man.
It's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 17. Johnson over the left side. He's not going to get many. He's only going to get about 2 or 3. Looks like they're going to give him the 3. It's going to set up a 2nd and 7 from the 14. So you were saying about Kansas City. How are you trying to put this game over?
Man, the biggest thing is take away the middle of this field because he does run quite a few, slants.
Nice play from Shark for the touchdown. I hate to cut you off there, but your guy
No,
Shark
big play.
from LSU getting that out route for the touchdown. He needed that. He's keeping pace,
Big
but he's
play.
going to need to play on defense.
Yeah.
It's going to put him
he's
within 7,
got to stop it.
21-28.
Yeah, so on the defensive side, I think the Chiefs have the ability to choke him out, but with that touchdown right there, now it's up to Detroit to really, really get the zinger, because the separation right now is the pick six. That's the deciding factor, is that pick six.
Which really has
earlier in the
come,
game.
it's come from the pressure, though. The Kansas City
Yeah.
Chiefs defensive line's got a lot of pressure. Up 28-21, 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Mahomes with a play action. He's got time. He's going deep. Oh, a nice little punch out there from Detroit. And so that's going to set up a 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Oh yeah, that was a good little defensive stop right there. That could have been a bad option, because if you could get
Mahomes,
free
2 receivers to the left, back to pass. He's got time. Great pass, but that one's going to be dropped by Walters. Big third down.
good hit.
And this is what Detroit
Good hit
needs,
right
right?
there.
They need a 3rd and long.
Yes.
He's got Kansas City in a 3rd and long. But Kansas City puts so much pressure on you on offense. Looks like they're going to come
what you
out in
think?
quarters
You
formation.
you think we getting a streak, or you think we getting
I think we're getting a crossing
11-yard out?
Yeah, I think, or maybe a crossing route. Mahomes back to pass. He's got time. Yep, he's got that crosser coming over. He throws a pick out of a sack. That one's going to be picked off by Detroit. He's going to score.
Here it
He's
is.
at the 10, the 5, touchdown Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what they needed right there. Derby,
There it
the
is.
defensive rookie of the year several years ago, is going to tie
There it
this
is.
game up 28 apiece. And if it was
Bingo.
good for the gander, it's good for the goose. Detroit with their own pick 6.
That's it. There it is, man. That's exactly what they needed. They was able to wash away that bad play from earlier in the game, and now we have ourselves a Super Bowl here.
I just want to point out that Mr. Grown Folks Nate did call the crosser, which is exactly what Kansas City was waiting to come open. And honestly, if he would have had another half a second, he would have got that ball out and probably a big completion.
But that pressure got to him, and we got the error. So here we go.
As a defensive guy, why do you think we see so many 2 tight end sets in the OMFL?
Because you really can't, you can't tell what it's going to be. It could be pass or run, but in this league, though, with us having some great users at the quarterback position, able to, kind of
Hill with a
monopolize.
big reception. I hate to cut you off, but
Hill
Hill goes up and makes a big grab. He gets the hit stick. He holds on to it. 3 receptions for 46 yards. Detroit thought that out route was coming. He pulls the safety to cover the out route. Hill goes up with one hand, catches it over the cornerback for the big play.
I don't know about that animation, because that's a short dude.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
hey,
look, that 2 tight end offense really started with, I think, Atlanta and D-Money. Ooh, big juke. Takes
big
him back about
move.
9 different gaps back to the right side. But you've seen the 2 tight end offense really start with D-Money in Atlanta, in my opinion. And it's really grown now to be a strategy that a lot of guys will use to attack you.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't really prepare for it. I mean, you can have everything covered, but all it takes, come on, get there. Oh, you just gotta let him walk past you.
Yeah, he's going to get the first. So 1st and 10 for Kansas City from the 22-yard line, 2:18 left to go. You're watching
looks like
OMFL. Oh, look, there a play out of the Brady playbook here, a little wildcat formation.
I got to see this.
He's handing off to the second run back. He's got a nice hole. I think they might give him inches. That's going to set up 2nd and 1 with the Brady special.
When I see you.
You're watching OMFL Bowl number 95. Thank you for tuning in. My guy Brady with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the OMFL News. I am your founder and commish, Grown Folks Nate, thank you for tuning in today. We are glad that you were with us. Ooh, Saquon Barkley just bolting his way through 11 rushes, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Barkley is trying to take this game over. We apologize
for goal at the 2.
No game sound. We're doing this through the back door of PlayStation, and for some reason, it isn't giving us sound. So we're going to keep working on it to see if we can figure that out.
Oh, sweet Jesus. He was like, give me my lunch money and move out my way.
Here's Saquon to the left, and he's just going to walk that one in. You're not going to stop that man. 3rd touchdown on the day for Saquon.
Wow.
And Kansas City goes back up by 7. It's going to be 35-28.
Man, oh, man.
And another
he dropped the ball on him.
Scoring game in the OMFL Bowl.
He dropped the ball on him and then whispered, move, bitch. Get out the way. Oh, man. Oh,
you know, a lot of high-scoring games in the OMFL Bowls the last couple of seasons, and I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. I haven't seen a good, clean OMFL Bowl game in quite some time now. I mean, just is what it is, you know?
We still got a whole quarter left. It could clean itself up. It could clean itself up.
1st and 10 for Detroit. He's got a lot of X factors all lit up here. Here's Kevin Johnson going to go off to the left side. See, those are the types of plays that I'd like to see. I don't know. I'm going to swallow that comment, but it's if you're Detroit, all right, you got to slow this game down because this is starting to get to be a track race. You were able to make a play on defense, tie this game, but now your offense hasn't been out there in a while. You start trying to pass to keep up with Kansas City, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, I can see that, but he can't change his gameplay, man. He's got to go what got him here. And I mean, he's been mixing it up all
He's going to go down in a sack, though. Is it Yukabum? How do you say it? Ikabum? How do you say his name?
I was saying you Beckham.
You Beckham? I don't know. However you say it.
I don't know.
It's superstar stud because that guy has been a monster in the OMFL. Last season, I don't think he had a great season, but outside of that, he's had a really good season. He comes away with a big play. The only good thing for Detroit there is that it's only 3rd and 10. So this is very much you can get this. Worthington out of the shotgun. He puts a man in motion. That Shark back to pass. He's got pressure. Throws it out of the sack. He sent the cornerback. Kansas City, they are not scared to send pressure. As a defensive guy, that's gotta speak to your heart.
Well, I mean, you know, the biggest thing for me, the biggest thing that I actually like is you actually have 2 friends that are actually coming for each other's throats right now. And this drive right here is gonna be that one. I like to call it the Shattered Dreams production. Penguin is coming to go ahead and take him out to pastures, and then once he finishes him off, give him the revive serum and say, "Hey man, let's go out and get some drinks later."
All of a sudden in the last 2 minutes, it's gotten real wiry for some reason. Nope, it's me. So hold on 1 second, so I can. I think we should be good now.
A nice little run up there, run up the middle
why
there.
Are we not good? I don't know why we're not good. Hold on.
Yeah. For the Chiefs.
I'm going to let you call this one for a second, Brady.
Yeah, it's 35-28. Chiefs just picked down off of a 2 to 3 yard run. We got 8:50 left in the game. And I don't know. Nice look. Ooh, he tried to stick him. Didn't work.
All right, I'm back. For whatever reason, my headphones were like, we're just going to unplug ourselves. But you're right. Kansas City here starting to get this drive, and they're starting to – this is it. Like, if you give up 7 here and another 2 or 3 minutes, I think that's game over.
Oh, yeah. It's he's trying to put him away. He's trying to take him out.
This run game for Kansas City has been unstoppable. Homer, 6 rushes for 34 yards. 155 total yards on the ground for Kansas City. Mahomes has had an outstanding day, but this has really been about Saquon Barkley, Homer, and this offensive line for Kansas City.
Yeah, the O-line is really...
side's going to look at this guy, and he's breaking 4 and 5 tackles. That's 13 carries, 117 yards, and 3 touchdowns for
Mhm.
Saquon Barkley. This is almost like the perfect game from a guy like you, running the ball right up the gut, making plays on defense, getting the pressure, sending the blitzes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the defensive side, but boy, I would love to see what the Chiefs would look like with
Throwing
BMO
out
in the
of a
backfield.
sack, Kansas City gets it to Hill. He threw that ball perfectly right
Boom.
as he was getting hit. That's going to put him up 42-28. 7 minutes left to
Oh yeah.
go in OMFL Bowl number 95. But I think Kansas City has just put the seal of the kiss. The Shattered Dreams Productions, as you stated,
That's it.
this one is over.
Hey. Oh yeah, he's trying to put. He like I said, he just knocked him out. Gonna wake him up. Say, hey, thanks for trying, buddy, but let's go get some drinks. Yeah, this is almost about over. 7 minutes though, we'll see. Miracles do happen, but I don't know if this you. That's a miracle against the Jaguars, but Chiefs offense, I don't know about that, man.
I do not either. It's going to be 42-28 in OMFL Bowl number 95. 6:57 left to go here from their own 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for Detroit. Worthington has lost his X factor. Oh, he's got a big guy right there to Galladay. What a catch from Galladay off to the left side.
Ooh, that was close. That was
Worthington almost
close.
300 yards passing. If his offensive line does a little bit better job, this might be a different game.
Well, right now they still got to capitalize on something. So they gotta get down this field here
Kansas
and get
City
the
sending the
touchdown pretty
pressure.
quick.
He's got a man right up the middle. Thomas with a big catch. He's going to get it down to the 20-yard line. 1st and
Ooh,
10
big
for
catch.
Detroit.
Big catch. Big catch right there. Big catch right there.
Worthington with a nice play right up the middle.
303 yards passing.
It's going to be a handoff to the left
Right.
side. He's only going to get a handful, but at least you're keeping him honest. Williams with a carry of 3. Now, if you're Detroit and you can score in the next minute or two,
I say minute. It's got to be in a minute. It's got to be in a minute.
It's looking different, but it's got to be quick.
Yeah, it's got to be
We're
quick.
going to be looking for the out route. If the safety doesn't go deep, he might be looking for Shark. Nope, he's looking for the out route here.
Hawkinson.
He went to Shark.
Hawkinson.
Touchdown, Shark. He gets behind the cornerback on a cover 2. What a play from DJ Shark. The booth is going to review it.
Go ahead on
It
in,
is
Shark, man. Get you.
upheld. That's going to be 35-42. It's within not only a minute, but within 10 seconds. Detroit hanging in there, 35-42. Maybe we called this one a little bit too early. What a play from Shark and Worthington.
Man. Hey, now it's the defense. It's the defense now. His defense has got to do something.
You still got to score twice. I mean, even if you get some play on defense or
Exactly.
you get the ball, you're just tying the game. Like, you're still going to have to come out here and score twice.
But at the end of the day, I would rather tie, go into overtime versus put all my eggs in the basket thinking that I'm going to score twice back to back real fast. It just ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen.
Saquon Barkley with a massive play breaking through a tackle.
Ooh.
He's going to get it down to the 44-yard line. And Barkley's starting to take this game over. This is interesting to see Detroit playing a 4-3 wide. It just seems like Barkley's going to have massive gaps to take over.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna eat that alive, and I would keep giving it to him, too.
Mahomes with a pass to Walters off to the left side. He might get the first down. Now it's going to be a 2nd and inches. Yep, it's going to give him the second and inches from the 46-yard line.
But that clock keep running, though.
Tick, 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 tick. That clock is not your friend.
The clock keeps running. Keep bringing that pistol back. Give it to Barkley. Right up the guts.
Here comes Barkley off the left side. Nice play there, but Barkley cannot be taken down. The first tackle has not taken Barkley down all game.
Did he get it?
He got it. They're going to give him the first down. Even Derby could not take him down with the first tackle. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. 3:31 left to go and counting in the fourth quarter of OMFL Bowl number 95.
Feed him the ball. Get him boy the ball.
Off the left side, breaking another tackle, breaking 2 more tackles. He's getting it to the 41-yard line. How do you stop Barkley? How do you stop a running game when it's getting this high? Because I don't understand the 4-3 wide, which is what we're seeing from Detroit right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when there's a running back that's pretty hot, man. It's all you can do is hold on, hope he changes him out. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Hope he changes him out.
We
But
got
if
two
he
tight ends on
continues
the
to just,
field. Here's Barkley off
and
the left
yeah, Barkley's
side.
still in the back.
But it is going to set up
Give
a
him
third down here. So you got 3rd and 2, 243, 37-yard line, fairly easy
now if
field
this
goal.
now if this was me, I would put in a fresh back and run right up the gut. Fresh back, right up the gut. That's just me.
Yeah,
That's just me.
you got Detroit coming out in a 4-3,
There it
taking over
goes.
that
Fresh
defensive
back in the
line.
backfield. Fresh back
Oh, they're
there.
passing it. Mahomes back to pass, and he's going to go right to the running back. A little disappointing to see, but that's game. To me, that is ball
Yeah,
game. It is all
that
said
might
and
be about
done.
it.
And Kansas City's going to be polishing another trophy.
Hey, he did go right up the gut though.
He did go up the gut with a fresh back.
Fresh back, hey. And then bring the
Oh,
boy
Mahomes
in.
is
Bring
still
the boy back
passing.
in.
Oh, he's going to get pressured
I
and
don't know about
sacked.
that.
And it looks like
Yeah, he
Detroit's
might
not
want
going to
to.
call a timeout. I don't understand why you're not calling a timeout here. I mean, what are you saving it for? The time is more precious than that timeout right now.
Down 7, 35-yard line. I think I know why he's doing it, but it all depends on what your play is and if you get a good stop on this play.
For
If
all
this is a screen,
the priests in the world that try to say it is not easier to use a defensive line, then someone please explain to me why Detroit has moved to just using defensive line now with a tight game and a turnover needed. There is a reason. It's because it's easier and there's no skill involved. And I would debate that over and over and over to the end of the air. 3rd and 11 from the 30-yard line.
yep,
Kansas
3rd and
City's
11.
going to give it
Here we
right
go.
up the gut game. He's going to get the first down. Homer with
Oh,
a
yeah. Fresh
easy
back.
first down.
Game over. There
Detroit's
it is.
big defensive tackle was taken out of the game with an injury, and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win their 2nd OMFL Bowl, I think, of their history. And this one's over.
Yeah, that's it.
Story of the game for
It's
you.
kneeling season. Story of the game for me, man, it would have to be Saquon Barkley.
It
Man,
has
the
to
running
be.
game, offensive line and running game.
Yeah, to me, it
You know,
has to be just the running game of Kansas City. That offensive line just opened up massive holes. Look, you can't take anything from Saquon either. The first tackle didn't take him down all game. Kansas City got early pressure in this game on the Detroit Lions, and that running game just absolutely took over in the second half of this. But give it to Detroit. Worthington kept his team in there.
head
Outside of
shit.
the one throw out of the sack, his team kept him in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like I said again, that the Chiefs have way too many weapons, and then two, man, time wasn't on their side, and yeah, that's it. That's it. And now we can get ready for the next season and see if these two can do it again.
If you're
Now 8-8.
Detroit, what is sticking? Like what's just like you're like, oh, I just wish.
Um, man, they didn't do a whole lot wrong, in the
Yeah.
game. So it's just they ran out of time, and they just needed something. They needed someone to slow down the running game, and they just weren't able to get it done. They just weren't able to get it done. But I will say, looks like somebody's looking at receptions, and yeah, you have Barkley, Kelsey, all had 4. Hill had 4. Um, Hawkinson had 4, but Galladay had 8 catches. So I think when it comes to the whole passing thing, it kind of worked itself out towards the end.
It does work itself out at the end, but it shouldn't have to. Like we shouldn't have to
Yeah,
hope it works out in the end. It should be a little bit clean. I expect it to be a little bit cleaner. Um, throughout that game. So either way, we had a good OMFL Bowl. At least we didn't have
Yeah,
any
still
like
a good one.
super crazy plays like we did last year with Mo. But Kansas City comes away with another victory here, and
Yeah.
they're at least look. Everyone is a long way from matching what D Money did in this league last Madden. But you gotta like tip your cap to Penguins. He's proven that he's at least in the conversation. I mean, he's been
I
in
mean, he's in the
every OMFL Bowl
he's
but one.
he's in the conversation, but my only thing is do it with a different roster.
I'm just
Do it with a
letting that
different
I'm letting
roster.
that one breathe. I'm just letting that one sink in for just a bit. Letting that one breathe.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, like, I'm not trying to denounce his skills, but let's see Penguin have this cycle without the weapons. Let's see him run the table, the gauntlet, the way he did this year by building a team and doing it. That's just all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you still got to do it, you know. And I do hear you
Right, you
loud
still
and
got to
clear.
do it.
You still got to show up, you know. And
Yeah.
here's the part that I get confused about is because I know how hard it is to manage my team, and I just had to cut some superstars from my team because I was over cap. I don't know how you guys do the cap. Like I don't know how these teams, like the Giants, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Detroit Lions. I'm trying to think who else is out there that has like just an amazing roster. Like, how are they managing the cap here? It's like a little mind blowing to me.
Well, a lot of it, a lot of what those studs, they'll get those, nice teams, but they'll throw away some solid bones and get some good draft capital, and then they'll add young talent, cheap talent to an already,
But you just
awesome
said Kansas
roster.
City didn't do that. So how's he keeping that team together?
Man, dude, I still think he's traded out some pieces here and there, but not a lot. And I'm willing to bet he's re-signed some, you know, I wouldn't say on the cheap, but I'm pretty sure he's done something enough to where, he hasn't had this break the bank, so to speak. And he's had to let some people walk, but he just got, that next man up is just as good as the person that he let go. You know what I mean? So, I mean, not trying to, denounce, Penguin skills, because Penguin is good on the sticks. Penguins was winning games last cycle, last Madden. You know what I mean? Now, was it getting him, to multiple championships? No. And that's because he didn't have the necessary personnel to get him over that hump multiple times. And, and kudos to him, man. I mean, he went with the roster that he went with a team that he wanted. He wanted to run with him. He got him. And kudos. He's made it to championships. He's got him some hardware, so, you can't take that away from him. But I will always wonder, what about something else?
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
guys there in the chat while you were talking seen me what I was looking at. So there were 11 passes completed to either tight ends, fullbacks, or running backs from Kansas City. There were 8 completed to running backs, tight ends, or fullbacks for the Detroit Lions. So that's 8 of 21 completions for Detroit, 11 of 18 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh.
So it looks like Kansas City and Penguins is still struggling with trying not to throw it to tight ends, fullbacks, or running backs. So a little disappointing
Hey,
there.
like I said, at the end of the game, it'll wash itself out, and just like it needed to, the Lions, it looked like they were a little heavy at the beginning, but they were able to course correct it. But it was a lot of those passes in the beginning, though, were to Galladay, and that's what separated him, from you know, being, hey, looked at a little bit harder. But I mean, hey, it still was a good game, Nate.
No,
Still
it
was a good
it was a
game,
really good game,
competitive
and it
game.
wasn't the
Yeah.
reason that that Detroit lost. I'll tell you the reason right now.
Right.
18
Oh,
for 145 for Barkley and 3 touchdowns. The second leading rusher in the game was Travis Homer. Don't even know who the hell Travis Homer doesn't even know who Travis Homer is. 7 for 45. As the second leading rusher in the entire game. So their second place guy outrushed his number one and number two guys. Number one guy for him is Swift, 7 catches for 24 yards. Karon Johnson, 6 for 35 yards. So it just was about Penguins' running game. He just absolutely outrushed him. Look, I don't love the tight end, fullback, running back stuff. It sucks. I hate seeing it in the bowl game. It has been a struggle for our guy, and I just seen that he joined the chat. It's been a struggle for Penguins this entire Madden. We have had many uncomfortable conversations, and I am assuming we will have another one tonight whenever I have to DM him, which is unfortunate, but that is not why Detroit lost this game. Detroit lost this game because they just could not stop that Kansas City running game. And you're talking
yeah.
about a team, look, Quentin Derby, Defensive Player of the Year. Doug Glenn, Defensive Player of the Year. Like, these are studs. And Saquon Barkley was breaking through 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 tackles every single time he touched the ball.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, I've always said, I would love to run with, I would love to run with Barkley one time. But it's funny. I was looking at my, I know, we're talking about the Super Bowl, but I was actually looking at the stats from this season, from my rushing stats from this season. So I had about 243 rushes with Morris. But with my backups combined, I had another 119 rushes with my other three running backs combined. And all I could do was laugh because I was like, I wonder what the record would be in the OMFL with running back, like with team rushing. Who
Yeah.
has the most carries? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would love to know that number.
No, I agree with you. I don't know either. Well, let's go ahead. It looks like both the guys came in here for some interviews. Penguins and
Uh-oh.
Trey, welcome to the chat, guys. Good game. I mean, it was one of the better games that we've had here in the OMFL Bowl. Even though those games start to, they get called early, and then the other teams always end up coming back and making that one a tight one. Let's go ahead and start out with our Detroit Lion friends. Riley Worthington, 339 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, but he was sacked 3 times, less than 70 yards rushing total. What happened to the offense of the Detroit Lions?
That Chiefs front seven is hard to get the run game going. So when you can't get that going, you're kind of stuck in the pass game.
Yeah, you gotta have some. You gotta have some kind of run game. There's got to be something.
Well, tell me about being on defense. In my opinion, even with Worthington, I know that you clearly are able to put up amazing passing numbers, but your team really is about the defense. You've built such an amazing defense on that side of the ball. You just had no answers for Saquon Barkley, for the Kansas City running game, or for the Kansas City Chiefs overall offense. What made them so tough to stop today?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. I know there was a few plays where I got a bad animation, the guy didn't attempt to tackle or broke a play. But other than that, there was a lot of big runs that I had no answer for.
What was the thought, especially there at the end of the game? I kind of questioned, coming out in the 4-3 wide. I seen that you moved to using defensive line, and if you want to see my comments on that, just go back and rewatch the game. Not at you personally, just at the league who says it's not easy. It 100% is easier, and that's why teams go to it whenever you need a big play, because it takes absolutely zero skill. I would argue that until the day I quit commissioning this place. But why come out in the 4-3 wide when you know he's going to be running it? It just seemed like a confusing strategy.
I figured that I'd have my two solid defensive tackles that are good run stoppers, and I figured that I could contain the outside run and have my linebackers flush out the inside. and that still didn't work because I tried 3-4, I tried normal 4-3. It was not working for me.
How big was that last play where Hand seemed to get injured after the sack, come out of the game, and then he just runs it right up the gut, right where Hand just ended up evacuating from?
That's a huge hole. I have Ashawn Robinson, who's an okay guy, and Brandon Golden, who's eh, and not having my star DT was really painful.
Story of the game for Detroit.
We were able to keep shot for shot, but just weren't able to stop the run game.
Brady, what you got for our boy Trey?
Man, hey, first off, Trey, man, congratulations on getting to the game. And, and secondly, congratulations for, still, making it a game. You know what I mean? It could have easily got away, after the pick six, once he was up a couple scores, but I mean, you stayed, steadfast at it. So I just want to say, congratulations on that. But what is your focus now that the bowl is over, now that you've got that taste of Super Bowl action? What is your focus going into this draft for the final season?
Bolster that run defense. That is all I can say. I've been getting torched by it all year long.
Okay, I got you. And lastly, how did our trade work out?
Well, DJ Shark put up 15 touchdowns in the regular season, pretty much saved my butt versus the Seahawks, the Giants, and the Panthers, and got 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, so I can't complain.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business. We'll talk again in Madden 22.
I hope you both crap to bed tonight and in your sleep. I got one more question for you, and he'll get the same question, Trey. But coming from the NFC, having to face, I don't have this schedule memorized, so you would have to refresh me on exactly who you face. But I know that you face teams, like the Panthers. I think you had to play. I know that you faced like Mo, maybe there was just a lot of heavy hitters in the NFC. Do you feel like that tougher road made it a bit more tougher to grind out an OMFL Bowl win, whereas the AFC, it was a little bit easier of a way to get to this point in the year for Penguins?
It's definitely iron sharpening iron in the NFC. I know it's kind of been the consistency that Penguins is expected to be the AFC representative, but you can go with D-Money, you can go with Mo, you can go with Wayne, you could go with me. There's always somebody that you can go with other than just one guy. And it's definitely a challenge. I know for me, I lost Deshaun Hand right before playoffs. I lost Frank Ragnow right before playoffs. And they both came back for Super Bowl. So to say it was harder for me was definitely a thing, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to happen.
Well, Trey, congratulations on an OMFL Bowl victory. You should be nothing but proud of your team, and good luck in season number 96.
For sure.
Well, let's talk to our guy, the champion. Is this 2 or 3 Penguins?
2.
This new number 2, but this was your 3rd OMFL Bowl appearance, correct?
Yep.
Yep. So 3 out of 4 OMFL Bowl appearances. Brady and I were talking right before you popped in here. I think everyone is about 3 miles away from the standard that D-Money set in Madden 20, but you're at the table, at least in discussions, for one of the better overall dynasties that we've seen here in the OMFL. Tell me about this game. What was the turning point that really put your team over the hump?
The run game put it over the top. I think something that separated us a little bit was my run game was a little bit stronger than his. But that was a difference maker. But in terms of everything else, I mean, I expected both tight ends to be involved. I knew from our friendship, I knew he was going to hit me with his. I knew I was going to hit him with mine. I knew both wide receivers were going to get involved. I knew it was going to be back and forth. I knew a defensive play was going to happen on both sides. I think we both would have preferred to be able to come into it a little bit more instead of us both getting picked off the throw out a sack. But it worked itself out, and we both got, on the receiving end of that. So we can't really either one of us feel slighted off that. We both got one. But it was a really even game. Like you said, we're both friends. We've been friends. He taught me how to play this game, taught me a lot. So, I knew it was going to be a good one. But I do owe him an apology in the league because I have worked on the whole, non-wide receiver thing. I know the rule. You haven't had to have any talks with me all year about it. But I just got lost a little bit because a couple of the drops, like the one drop with Walters, the one with Hill, a couple others, I think if you add those in, I haven't looked at the numbers completely. I think then it evens itself out. I was more so just concentrating on the game and got lost a little bit in the numbers and got a little bit off. So I do owe Trey an apology, and I do apologize for that. And it did open up more things because I know he dropped. I could tell he was changing his coverage based off that. He was dropping a little bit more back because he knew I was getting close. So he knew that, he was playing different for different things at different points in the game based off where the numbers were at. He was a little bit more in touch with them than I was.
And
But
tell me this,
it was a good game.
staying right there and talking kind of about those, plays. Did you feel like Detroit was a little heavy with the tight end fullback early, but then kind of evened it out? We kind of felt watching the game. It felt like both teams started out real heavy with the tight ends, but then Detroit was able to back off. But I know that you said you were expecting it, but was it something that it felt like, okay, we're really going to have to concentrate on Hockerson in this game?
Yeah, it hit. I mean, I understand like how you could say like he came out and hit the tight end hard. I knew he was going to. His tight end's his best player, his biggest playmaker. Um, I knew that was going to be a big factor. It was more so trying to keep him out of the end zone, trying to limit it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to hit him. I expected it. He came out and hit me with it just as hard as I expected him to, and I pushed back just as hard as he hit me. I think the big difference maker between the two of us was I involved Saquon, Homer,
Yeah.
and I think one or two to my fullback as well. I involved those a little bit more than he did. He didn't really involve his too much on the receiving game, and I think that's what threw out the balance because we were about step for step on the tight end like Kelsey versus Hawkinson. We were pretty similar. When he started dropping coverage a little bit more because he was a little bit more aware of the numbers, it opened up more to Barkley and the fullback and all that, and really didn't leave anything else open. So it was either take the sack or dump it off. So he kind of left me with no choice, but still no excuse.
I got two more, and then I'm coming to Brady. I think one of the most underrated aspects of this game was your defensive line pressure. Detroit seemed to figure it out in like the late second quarter to third quarter, but early on you got a lot of pressure on him. You forced him to throw out of the sack for the pick six. You were also not afraid to send the blitz. What's just kind of the mindset on defense when you're facing a team like that? Because you were not scared to send people and send them after him pretty quickly.
The pressure defensively comes and goes on my team. Some games it's there, some games it's not. Specifically playing Trey, Mo, guys like that. You have to go after him a little bit. I know Trey's, he's a smart player. He knows when it's coming. He knows it's coming. But likewise, I can't just sit in coverage or man all day because he'll just pick it apart. So I have to try and get pressure, try and send a blitz. I have to not just remain stagnant in coverage. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get picked apart, and he's just gonna walk down the field, and I'm gonna walk down the field. So you have to try and take risks and try and send it when he doesn't expect it or when it's an ideal circumstance. So it's kind of just a risk you kind of have to take against guys like him.
All right, last question. Then I'm gonna toss it over to our guy Brady. Was Saquon really the game plan for you, or is it just something that naturally kind of came out as he kind of got red hot?
He wasn't like the go-to off the jump. It wasn't like I went into the game saying, "Oh, I'm going to ride Barkley the whole way there." I honestly expected more of a push back from his defensive line. I didn't expect the holes to be open. My starting center was my second best offensive lineman, has been out since the end of the regular season. I didn't have him the whole playoffs or anything. So I wasn't really getting those same running lanes through the playoffs or anything else without him. Getting him back kind of opened up things a little bit more than I expected, and then it just became a, kind of just ride the hot hand. I also expected a little bit more separation and coverage from his corners. I knew he had two great corners. He had a great DB, his free safety. I was going to try and pick on a little bit, but I didn't get too much time to do it. And his corners played really tight coverage. Like they didn't get every time I tried to take a shot over the top or was looking at one, it was covered. Um, his strong safety took away that side of the field pretty well for the most part. And then when I did try and throw that streak towards the end of that, I think it was towards the end of half, between the free safety and the corner, I just didn't have enough space to squeeze it in there. But it was just kind of, he came in hot and just rode it the whole way.
Brady, what you got for the Champ 2 trophies, Penguins?
Man, hey, for me, it's, congratulations. I was kind of surprised that you didn't get Walters in the game a little bit sooner, but I mean, again, those guys, I mean, you still utilize them, you still tried your best to get them, their reps, Hill, Walters, but now that you have the championship again, final season is coming up. What is your focus on the upcoming draft?
I have my import lined up. The draft will be just filling out the team and just filling out some depth and stuff like that to go after it one more season. It's not going to be anything major for me. It'll just be a fill out draft and carry on from there. But yeah, like I said, I do apologize to Trey for that. I did want to get Walters and Hill way more involved, but the way Trey lines his defense up, he has Doug Glenn on the right side. He kind of takes away a lot of the right side, so it's hard to get Walters because he's floating over there and he's got a superstar DB on the same side as Doug Glenn, so it kind of makes it real tough over there. And then when you flip it to the other side, he has his X Factor corner on Tyreek Hill and a decent free safety. So you're really kind of picking your poison because you got his best corner and a low end safety on the other side, and you got his best safety and a little bit lower end corner on the other. So it's really hard to get it going on either side of the ball. And then when you go gun, you're able to pick out a little bit more, but I didn't want to spam the gun on him because if I would have gotten gun heavy, I could have started spreading out a lot more. But I got a little bit gun heavy at certain points, like towards the end of half and stuff like that. I didn't want to, fall behind in that category as well.
Now I will say on that pick six to tie the game up. What were your thoughts when the game was tied before you were able to get back in the lead and finish it out? What went through your mind on that Detroit pick six?
Just keep scoring. Just keep scoring touchdowns. Just keep scoring in general. I mean, it was turnabout fair play as far as I'm concerned. He got one. I got one. It didn't really upset me.
Okay.
Like I said, it goes both ways. So
And then my last question: being able to play a Super Bowl versus a good friend, how does that feel for you? And then, once you're done answering, Trey, if you want to, add a little something to it, how does that feel playing in the Super Bowl against a buddy?
playing in the Super Bowl against a buddy is a privilege. Trey and I have been friends for over 5, 6 years at least.
15?
Yeah, like a long, long time. Playing the Super Bowl against a friend is a privilege. It's fun. It was a good game. Anytime him and I play in any game, whether it's a regular season or a Super Bowl or no matter what it is, we're both very competitive. We both always want to win, and we both always get frustrated over the little things, and we both always push each other's buttons some way or another and know how to push the boundaries a little bit between us. So one side or the other usually always feels a little bit like, oh damn man, you did me like that. But like it's all in good fun, and we both know and respect each other's gameplay, and we respect each other as people, and we respect each other the fact that neither one of us are perfect, and we both know we've been on the receiving end of the same things. We both made mistakes, and we both have, you know, had man up before once or twice and say, hey, I came up a little bit short on this or that and own it. And just
Yeah.
like tonight, I'm doing the same thing that I know he's had to do before. But
Yeah.
it is fun. It's a good time and it's enjoyable. And fact of the matter is, none of us know how many more of these we're gonna do or how long we're gonna be around or what the future holds. But to be able to get one in against Trey was, win or lose, I was gonna come in here and tip my cap to the man no matter what because he's my friend.
Hey, for sure. And then likewise, Trey, how does it feel, playing against, a buddy of yours?
It's different, especially given our relationship. We started in a different Madden league, either like 14, 15, somewhere in that area. And back then, I was okay at the game, and Pens was just learning it. And any tip I got, I kind of tried to help him learn, and to see our progress from all the way up to now, it's quite amazing. Especially back in that league that we were in, there wasn't much for like restrictions, and to see our ability to adapt to how OMFL tries to play a more sim style of football is fun and enjoyable. And then to go up against him, knowing that one of us had the best season we possibly could, it's one of those feel good moments. Either sucks that I lost, you know,
Yeah.
sucks that there was a little bit of an FPR issue, but I'm not concerned. I should have, even though I knew the numbers were a bit high, I should have still played better coverage. It's my fault on that end. I lost to a better man, but
Hey, for sure, for sure.
Well, everybody's happy, and that's more than we could say than last OMFL Bowl, so that's a good thing here. I'm happy. Brady seems to be happy. The Penguins and Trey love each other, and we got a great OMFL Bowl. Now it's time to go ahead and turn our attention to season number 96, which is going to be our last season of Madden 21, because as you can already see, the league is dead. It is dead. The summer is here. People are getting vaccinated. People are getting out and about. We've been locked up in our houses, some of us for a very long time, and so I get it. That is no shot at anybody. I understand why we are where we are, and so we're going to play one last season, and we're going to have some fun. The board is currently deciding on something that will be decided by tomorrow, that will maybe shift what the last season looks like. I don't know. I'm not leaning one way or the other. I have no clue what the board thinks. But it was something that I floated out there because it's something we did last Madden. And then for those of you who want to keep playing, who are looking for something to keep you engaged, I will have just a for fun, laid back PS5 league going. And we'll do that with hopefully some updated NFL rosters. And so just something for fun to do that those on the PS5 can do. And I'm sure somebody will keep a PS4 updated roster one going as we've done. So guys, thank you for a great OMFL Bowl number 95. Brady, give me some closing thoughts. Or just sit in silence, Brady.
Oh, sorry. No. My mic, I actually flipped my mic up. So I was actually talking, but talking to my damn self. But no, it was definitely a good game. But I would honestly say these are the top two teams.
Yeah.
To start the next season. And, there's some NFC's got to knock off Detroit, and the AFC has been chasing the Chiefs' tail all cycle. So hopefully, we'll get someone to finally knock him off, but it ain't going to be Jacksonville. It ain't going to be Jacksonville.
Listen to Kansas City, 56 points against the LA Chargers, 35 points against probably the best defense in the league last year, Tennessee Titans, and then 42 points tonight against one of the best defenses in the league in Detroit. I do think these are going to be your top two teams, but I also fully expect Mo to come back with piss and vinegar, ready to be a guy that doesn't have a newborn child and have lots of sleep and be ready to come back. And then I'm always waiting for D-Money to come back. This year he was out and couldn't play, and so the Panthers and Maniac got a lucky one. And, that's now like the second or third OMFL Bowl in this Madden where D-Money has been a little unplugged for personal life reasons. and that has shifted kind of what we've seen. I'm going to be interested when we start seeing guys like D-Money fully plugged in, Penguins still doing what he does. Teams like Tennessee keep building and keep coming at it. Detroit's going to be right there. The Panthers are going to be right there. Dallas is going to get things figured out. They're going to be back in the hunt. Seahawks have clearly figured things. There's just a lot of really fun teams. And the Chargers, I mean, he put up 44 points against Kansas City. He just couldn't keep up with that track race. So I think we're going to be looking for a really fun season. Hopefully people are not super unplugged. It's been pretty dead in the chat the last couple of weeks, and so hopefully even with the summer here and quickly approaching, we can still have fun, enjoy this last season, and then get out to the rest of our lives for the summer, and then come back for Madden 22, which I do have high hopes for. I think I posted a couple of videos. You're seeing some neat stuff come back into the game. I know we say this all the time, but PlayStation 5, I know I don't play it human versus human just because there's not enough of us to play that. I would love a game, so if you have a PlayStation 5, hit me up. Let's play some scrimmages. I know it's had its flaws, but the player movement is light years better. It's just so much better, and it gives me hope for what Madden 22 will be like. So fingers crossed. Let's hope for a good Madden. Guys, you've watched OMFL Bowl number 95. Thank you, Brady, for being with me. Thank you, Penguins and Trey, for coming to do some interviews. I always love doing those, and I get it. A lot of guys are not happy after they lost, and so they don't want to come on and play nice and talk to me. So I get it. I totally understand, but I'm glad that you guys both did that tonight. Guys in the OMFL, enjoy the rest of your weekend. No more Press Pass Live, because there's no reason for it. We're going to have a draft in like 4 or 5 days, something like that. And so you'll have the draft. You had the OMFL Bowl tonight, so no Press Pass Live tomorrow, but we will be back for the OMFL Bowl, which I'm assuming will probably fall like a Wednesday, Thursday situation. So get ready for that. We'll have some fun. And until then, God bless you. Peace.
Hey, later on, guys.